Hello, I'm Kigan. Thank you for joining me. Sorry, my hair is really bad. My fur is not brushed very good. Sorry about that. I'm going to start out with a poem, and then I'm going to talk about the heart and the goddess and a little thing I wrote about human origins. Trying to do a final summary of my understanding. Okay, here it is. It's called The Spirit of the Peacemaker. We are peacemaking spirits of destiny who will change Earth into one sovereign nation. This has always been our mission ever since our controversial creation. Through our passion for creation and our love of the true Most High, we continue to return to defend the Earth. We continue to return to defend the truth and expose the wicked lie. It's all about imagination, creativity, and love from the heart that's going to change everything. That's why they fear the goddess. They expect people are going to, like Ralph was saying, come like a big mob and come after them or go. That's what they expect. And they're going to be very disappointed because that's not how we work. That's not how this works. It works as a team. It works as a loving team that takes care of each other and invites anybody who wants to join and is very aware, wise as serpents and gentle as doves, aware that there's always a possibility that there's enemies around, but that doesn't deter us from our mission, which is for peace and love and true peace and love, not just the fake, just for saying it, but actually living it and making it happen, helping and we focus more on the cause and the solution and concern for others, not so much for ourselves, because that is how they manipulate, by scaring people into thinking and fearing for their own safety and security, and not helping others to help their safety and security. And that is what we need to do, like Ralph was saying. They want people to focus more on the fear about the Ebola and about how they could get it, and they don't expect that people should be more concerned through the satanic mindset of me, but should more thinking that why are all these people in Africa dying of this illness, and now this country wants to help because they were going to be a victim of it. But it should have been helping all along and been donating to that cause. And that I can imagine how many causes and needy causes there are, and how much waste is being donated for being used and spent on weapons and robot armies or whatever they're doing that is not helping anyone and is only keeping the people more enslaved. But I think they know that they're almost finished, and we're not going to stop doing the great work, and we're not about to back down, because I'm sure they're looking for us to be overconfident, and then when we back off, they're going to punch us in the gut, and we're not going to let that happen either. So we're not going to be over-optimistic and set ourselves up to fall, but we're also not going to be so negative that we just freak out and worry about everything. See, in the balance, you have to form a balance and just be. Just live and help. And naturally, if that's what you want to do, you will. You will just automatically do it. Lots of stuff that we've created and projects we've done, we all seem to figure out now that it's connected in some way, whether or not we knew it at the time we created it. So it's very interesting. If you're an artist, you might be recognizing your synchronistic abilities that you've had forever. It's very interesting how things are coming together and connecting. I think it's also very interesting that sometimes we have conversations on our show, and then we hear similar conversations on the other shows that we listen to. So, I mean, we're all, those of us who are awake and interested in talking about this and changing things for the better are really connecting in many more ways than we could ever have imagined, because our higher selves are connecting, I'm sure. Here's another poem, a really great poem to enlighten you. It's called Imagine. We could beat this system if more would question why. Will the loving Creator just bring us here to grow up, procreate, and then die? Or have we returned here once again because our will matched the will of creation? We are gifted with the power to free the earth through our own imagination. It's true. Imagination. It's true. If enough of us can come together and will things into creation and help one another, it will happen. And we will overpower the iron fist. I promise that. And that day will be the best day ever. And it is going to happen gradually, but it's going to happen. And it has already started happening, which is really, really great. Okay. Okay, I was going to read about that. I was going about, oh yes, here, my final write-up of human origins and our goal. More about the sacred feminine. I don't think I read this part last time. It says, for so long we have been taught that there is one male god by rogue males who decided to interfere with nature and interrupt our natural evolution. Now speaking from human point of view in some of these poems in this writing. For so long we've been taught that there's one male god by rogue males who decided to interfere with nature and interrupt our natural evolution. When we learn that there is no all-powerful, all-knowing king of the sky, we feel upset and alone, not realizing that all-knowing being had been our ego the whole time. Then came the ego-crushing blow, the realization that we were not as all-knowing